Hi, Auntie Gail here, and today I want to talk about credit. So subscribe, follow, or share, and come on the go with Auntie Gail. Credit cards. I describe them as a loan in your pocket. I want to tell you about my nephew. He's 24 years old, just graduated, just got his first job. So he went into a bank to set up his banking arrangements. The bank officer said to him, "Hey, do you have a credit card?" He said, "No, I never had one." She said, "Okay, fill out this application. I'm going to get you a credit card." She got him a credit card, $5,000 on this credit card. So he has a $5,000 pocket loan. So he worked the entire week. On Friday, he's going out with the boys. You know, he's just got a job. They're taking him out to celebrate. They bought dinner, buy drinks. He said, "Listen, the next round of drinks is on me. I've got a credit card." Everybody said, "Whoa, you got credit, you're a big boy." And he bought a round of drinks for his friend. Of course, one round led to another and another. So he ended up buying quite a few of those rounds of drinks with his credit card. As time went on, he's on the internet. He sees equipment that he likes, he buys the equipment. You know where I'm going with this. Pretty soon, he has used up the entire $5,000 of credit, okay? Now credit, it's a loan, so when you have a loan, you know what happens. You have to pay back the loan. And not only do you have to pay back the loan, you have to pay back the loan with interest. Now, credit cards have something that we call APR. APR means annual percentage rate, and that is the interest rate that they usually charge on the balance. Now, that interest rate is usually between 16% and 23%, but it could go as high as 29%. So it's an extremely expensive form of a loan. So let's say he had that $5,000 loan. At the end of the month, the bank asked him to pay back some of the money on that loan. They said the minimum payment is $133. So he's paying back $133 a month. But if you pay back just the minimum balance on a credit card, in his case, $133 a month, it will take him 23 years to pay off that credit card loan. That's right, 23 years. So he'll be 50 years old, close to 50 years old, and he'll still be paying for that round of drinks. A credit card loan is designed to keep you always in debt. It's designed to keep you paying and paying and paying forever. It will seem almost impossible to dig yourself out of credit card debt. Now, some people would say, "I need to have a credit card because I want to build up my credit." Yes, you can get a credit card to help build your credit, but one trick that you should always remember is if you have a credit card, at the end of every month, make sure and pay off the balance. Always pay off your balance at the end of the month. Because what happens then is that you're not charged interest. As a matter of fact, you end up getting an interest-free loan. But only if you pay off the entire balance at the end of every month. That way you can build up your credit rating, but still not get yourself into debt. If you can't do this, then don't get a credit card. Now, if you find yourself in credit card debt, what can you do? Well, there are ways you can get yourself out. I'm going to talk to you about 3 different ways, 3 tips that you can use to get yourself out of credit card debt. First one, you might want to look at getting what is called a consolidated loan. That means you go back to that same bank and you say, "Listen, I want to get a loan to pay off my credit card, and I want a loan at a lower interest rate, and I'm paying less per month at the end of the day so that I can pay off this credit card sooner than 23 years. So you can do that. That's one way. Now, a lot of banks do not lend to pay off their credit card debt. Why? Because obviously it's better for them if they can charge you the higher rate on the credit card than giving you a lower rate loan to pay off that credit card, they're making less money. So you might have to go to a credit union or some other type of institution, lending institution, to pay off your credit card debt. That's one strategy. Another way to get out of credit card debt is to pay twice the minimum balance. For example, in my nephew's case, he had a $5,000 balance and his minimum payment was $133. So if he paid $266 instead of $133, guess how long it will take him to pay off his loan? 23 months as opposed to 23 years. It would take him 23 months instead of 23 years. So he won't be 50 years old and still paying for that round of drinks. And the final strategy is to attack your smallest credit balance first. So for example, if you have, let's say, 3 credit cards, one balance is $10,000, another is $3,000, another is $1,000, focus on the one that's $1,000. Put all your extra savings into paying that off. So you pay that off, eliminate that. Then you go on to the next one, and then you go on to the next one until you've paid them all off. You can also look at paying the one with the highest interest rate first. So if you have a credit card that's the APR is 16%, you have another one, it's 25%, focus on paying off the one that's 25% first, and then focus on the one that's less. So those are the 3 ways that you can tackle your credit card debt. Now, credit cards have a lot of charges and a lot of fees. The APR fee is the one we talked about, that's the annual percentage rate. They also have a penalty APR, so if you're late in making a payment, there's a penalty, so they charge a higher rate on your annual percentage rate. There's an annual fee. A lot of credit cards have an annual fee. This annual fee is charged annually, as it says, and it's usually between maybe about $50 to $200. What causes the difference? If you have a credit card with a lot of perks, let's say it has miles, you get money back, cash back, you get points, you're paying for all those features. As a matter of fact, if you don't use the points, you don't use the miles and so forth, you end up paying for something that you don't even use. So just get a plain vanilla credit card. Some credit cards also have a foreign transaction fee. So if you use your credit card outside of the country, you pay this fee. Now something strange happened to me. I signed up for Netflix and it turned out that Netflix charge was being charged in Amsterdam. So I ended up paying a foreign transaction fee every month that my Netflix was charged. Credit cards also have late fees. They may charge you $30 or so as a late fee if you pay your credit card late, and they also increase the APR if they have an APR late fee. So you could end up paying not only a late fee for paying it late, you could also end up paying extra interest on the late balance. So be careful of those fees. Credit cards also have what they call a balance transfer fee. If you transfer a balance from one credit card to another, you pay a fee. They have a fee if you take a cash advance. If you use your credit card in an ATM to get cash, you usually pay a 3 to 5% fee. Why is that? Well, when you use your credit card in a store, or when you use it online, or you use it at any merchant, the credit card company charges the merchant about 3%. So if you're going to an ATM, you're not going in a store, how do they get that 3%? You have to pay for it. So credit cards are very expensive, they have a lot of hidden fees, and you can end up in debt very easily. So be careful of credit cards. Whatever you do, before you even start to save, pay off that credit card debt. Next time, we'll be talking about cars and car loans.